Welcome to the Boostly podcast. My name is Mark Simpson. This is Series 6, Episode 15, and this is the final episode of this series. What I'm going to do in this is I'm going to go through my main takeaways. I'm going to recap on every episode that we have done so far in this series. So let's just recap on the series first and foremost. So episode 1, like I mentioned at the start, we had Jason living out. Jason is probably one of the first people that I spoke to when I wanted to find out more about service accommodation. He was amazing in his time that he gave up and how he explained it all to me. And I've probably known Jason the most, next to the guest in number 2 in this world. And he's opened a lot of doors to me, to a lot of people, which has been phenomenal. I will always be appreciative of the fact for this. The episode that we go through, it just talks about what is service accommodation. He breaks down every single aspect of it. He explains why people are moving towards this model and why it is very successful, which moves us on to nicely into episode 2. Trish McGeer was the person who introduced me to Jason, probably September 2018. I've known Trish for a couple of years now, thanks to another Facebook group that we are a part of. And Trish has had a fantastic career and is always adopting and sort of bringing so much value into the property world. She has actually got a course out, and I'll make sure that I put all of the information about that course in the show notes. I'm not affiliated in any way, shape or form, but I know what she does provides so much value, and our people who are on that course, and I can see from the feedback that I've been seeing that are getting a lot of really good results from it. With Trish, what we spoke about was how to approach a landlord, how to approach an estate agent, how to pluck up the courage to go and try and get into this world. Number 3, episode 3, spoke to David and Amanda. David and Amanda's background is in property, and they've built up such a good portfolio that now they do coaching on the topic. But the reason why we spoke is all around outsourcing. How that by outsourcing the cleaning, guest relations, so many different aspects of the business, it has helped them grow. In episode 4, I spoke to Nine of Zivu. So Zivu is a up-and-coming channel manager, booking engine, property management service. And what I like about Nine is that he scratched his own itch. He's got plenty of properties that he manages with his team at Payments, and he was getting frustrated with the property management system that he was using, so much so, and he's a very clever guy, and he's gone and created a PMS that is now live, and people are using up and signing up to the properties. In fact, one of our latest websites that we have created for boutique rooms uses Zivu, and it's the first time I've been able to work with them alongside, because we've been able to connect the website to the booking engine, and it is working flawlessly at the moment. In episode 5, it was the first time that I spoke to a lady that I have listened to her podcast, followed on social media for a long time. So I was fanboying out a little bit, but it was great to have Elaine Watt from the HLS podcast on my podcast, which was great. We talked about how she got started in property, how Elaine created a podcast simply because she wanted to learn from the best. And podcast is a great way of doing so. Number 7, I went away from property and I went into the world of MLM and invited Danny Clark on. Danny, fellow Liverpool fan, unbelievably clever guy, although I wouldn't tell him that to his face because he'd get a big head. He has created a really outstanding business. I'm trying to think of the right word to describe it. Him and his wife, Liz, have created such a great community, such a great group, such a great business. I mean, we're talking multi 6 figures, probably going into 7-figure business, all around helping people grow their business, network marketing business, doesn't matter what type of business. They are helping so many people in so many different avenues, and their VIP life is definitely one I recommend that you check out if you are wanting to grow your business like tenfold. We talked about how to network without being a spammy dick. And if your Facebook is anything like mine at the moment, because I'm getting more into the service accommodation world, and because when they go on these training courses and they go on these things, they get told to just add people, like shotgun approach on Facebook to network and to find potential investors.